Hey up there! Right, be warned, I'm not running on all four cylinders today. My partner and I both sort of started feeling a bit crappy yesterday. And then she tested positive for COVID last night, although I'm still showing negative. So if no video goes up on Friday, you'll know the reason why, although I'll try not to let you down. So in today's video, I've got a couple of bits and pieces from Ashley Watson. I've been looking through my archives, and I think it's about a year since I last worked with Ashley's products. Although it does ring me from time to time, and we are in touch through WhatsApp. Now, it's time for a little clarification speech again, because people have been sort of asking, do I get paid for these sort of videos, or do I get some sort of kickback from sales? The answer is no. The only money I make through this channel is revenue from the YouTube adverts that you see while you're watching the videos, and of course my lovely patrons. I don't accept any money from any of the companies that I work with. In fact, to be honest, I don't remember a time when any of these companies have offered. And to preempt the next question, yes, they do send me review items through, usually free of charge. But that's not the dream you might think it is, because my house ends up full of review stuff that I can't possibly use. You know, I can only use so much stuff no matter how good it is. And having said that, I don't sell it on. I contact who I consider to be deserving viewers, and I give it away. Otherwise there'd be no room left in my house for me to actually be able to live in it. I don't sell it because it was given to me free of charge, and it would be distasteful to sell it. Or it would in my book of rules anyway. Having said that, I've never given away any of Ashley's gear. This Eversholt jacket that I reviewed last year is quite simply the best motorcycle jacket I've ever used. Like the Hockliff overshirt that I'd used for several years before me, this jacket's had an entire season's use. It's just starting to acquire that lived-in look, as waxed canvas does over time, but I know it's going to serve me for many, many years to come. Just as the Hockliff still will, because I still have it. Now, Ashley Watson Motorcycling isn't a mainstream brand, and what I mean by that is his products are not designed and built down to a price to be sold in bulk quantities. These are products for discerning riders who've reached a point in their life where they just want the very best. He designs all the clothing and accessories himself. He then approaches well-known and well-respected UK craftsmen to come up with a product that is the very best it can be. The other thing is that Ashley is a motorcycle traveller himself, so he doesn't design what he thinks people need. He designs what he knows is required through practical experience. Ashley tests all the prototypes himself. Epic trips across Europe or the UK in all weathers to prove his concepts and ensure that his products give value for money. And if they don't meet his exacting standards, it goes back to the drawing board with them. Right, I'm going to have a commercial break in a moment so that I can make some money from this video. But first of all, this is a historic Ashley Watson video because I've actually managed to get him to agree to an exclusive channel discount, which is for a limited time only, via a discount code which you will find in the video description down below. It will only last for 7 days from the publication of this video. Now, the other thing that I think makes Ashley Watson stand out from the crowd is that he doesn't just concentrate on rider-specific gear. Ashley Watson's a little bit like this channel in some respects, in that it caters for a motorcycling lifestyle rather than just motorcycling. Iconic pieces of kit like the Blakeney NATO style folding knife. Again, a concept designed by Ashley but then commissioned from a famous British knifesmith. Which brings us on to some new products from Ashley for this video. From what I can gather, when Ashley's travelling, he usually camps or sleeps under the stars depending on where he is. And to that end, his range of products now includes things like the Blakeney, these Thurcroft hats, and this new Killian vest. Because sooner or later on a trip you reach your destination and there are certain things that you need to have with you. They also come in rather handy when you're just doing general maintenance on your bike, especially when it's been laid up for the winter, or just for general cleaning duties, especially in the autumn or on those frosty spring mornings. Now, everybody likes woolly hats. I've got quite a collection. They're essential for walking my dog in the winter, and I don't think I'm ever seen without one during those cold winter morning or afternoon filming sessions. So when Ashley mentioned to me that he'd brought the new Killian vest out, I asked him if there was any possibility of me getting my hands on one of his Thurcroft hats, because, you know, you can never have too many hats. We all like quality, and in the past I have paid what I considered to be quite a lot of money for hats, thinking that I was getting quality, only to find they're just made from some viscous knitted material in a tube, sort of stitched up at one end to form a hat. They're okay, they do the job, but there's nothing special about them. Now, whereas they're normally made from some synthetic material or wool mix, what I like about Ashley's hats is they are 100% pure new wool from pure new sheep. Well, actually not 100%, but I'll get onto that in a moment. Up to 10% of your body heat is lost through the top of your head during cold weather, we all know that. And of course, wool has been prized for centuries as a natural material that is especially good at insulating the human body from the cold. It's also lightweight, very robust, and can last for decades. But these aren't just any old hats, these are Ashley Watson hats. Standard pure wool can be a little bit itchy for some people. So at the design stage, Ashley incorporated into the knit a band of very soft merino wool from merino sheep. Now, merino wool has very similar properties to ordinary wool, but the strands or wool fibres are much finer than standard wool. So that band of merino knitted into the hat stops them from itching. Merino is also more efficient at wicking away sweat, so this band sort of gives two bites of the cherry. These hats are what I would describe as a sort of a fisherman style short fit. I mean, I've got a big head, but I find a lot of hats, there's a lot of sort of extra hats at the top because they're too long. Whereas these fit nicely over the cranium with just enough length to cover your ears, and they are available in a variety of very attractive colours, not just usual black or navy blue. I got the stone and the forest, but there's also a really nice rust colour. A true classic hat for true modern classic motorcyclists. Right, I suppose I best stick another ad break in here. I've got a new motorcycle to pay for at the end of this month. Ashley calls this the Killian vest. I suppose you could call it a gilet or a body warmer. It's made from 100% very finely woven cotton, but it's not just any cotton. The design is 100% Ashley Watson, but they've been made in a collaboration with Hallie Stevenson of Scotland, a company that specialised in waterproof cotton garments since the 1860s. Hallie Stevenson produced several types of waterproof cotton, some of which are waxed, and the fabric does have a sort of waxed cotton feel to it, but I'm not sure that it is a standard waxed cotton. I suspect this is their Everwax waterproof cotton material. Because the material is totally dry, there is no sort of residue that comes off on your hands or anything else that it touches. Yeah, I've tested it and water just rolls off it like water off a duck's back. If so, this is a premium finish which I think was first patented in 1910. The vest is a sort of quilted design, with the insulating layer being made up of recycled cotton, but overall, although I can attest it does have good insulating properties, it's not too thick and bulky. On wearing it, the whole garment has a nice light, airy feel to it. With Ashley's skill for technical outdoor clothing design, classic premium materials, all constructed by a renowned manufacturer of performance outdoor clothing, I have to say, like most Ashley Watson products, this vest doesn't leave anything to be desired. Ashley isn't big on branding, it's all very low-key, even stealth-like, but it's there as an assurance of quality. On the front left-hand side of this vest, there's a sort of a utility panel with a huge capacity press stud pocket, which is expandable to be even larger by means of some press studs on the bottom, with an additional sort of sub-pocket which fastens and unfastens by means of a self-healing waterproof zip. In addition, there are two hip or hand warming pockets, both of which fasten up with a standard press stud. There are no internal pockets. All internal panels of this jacket are overlapped with a windproof membrane, in order of course to keep out any wind chill. This is on top of the double-breasted design. The top flap is initially held in place with some press studs, with final fastening completed using Ashley Watson's signature buttons. There are no zips. Okay, so clothes modelling isn't my forte, but I'm sure you get the drift. In both cases, these are very comfortable and practical outdoor garments. Perfect for bike camping, ordinary camping, cleaning your bike, walking the dog, anything you like really. I've always found Ashley's garments to be true to size, but I won't go into that in this video. He's got a really useful section on his website that tells you how to ensure that when you're ordering you get the best fit, and as I've said, don't forget there is a 10% limited time only discount code in the video description down below. Once again, thank you so much for watching this and my other videos, and in doing so helping to support this channel. I really do appreciate it. I would also appreciate it if you would leave a like and consider subscribing to this channel if you're not already a subscriber. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell and ensure that your notifications are enabled. Right, I'm feeling pretty terrible now, so I'm going to go and take some paracetamols, walk the dog and then have a lie down. I will try my best to be back on Friday, so until then, please ride safely and I'll see you soon.